Well, here we are, Elaine Marilock Settlesome with Astrology Channel ETC, and I've got one favorite movie line of the weekend. Make the bond, Jake Sully. All right, that's backwards. I know that's backwards, but that's from Avatar. I love that line so much that I made it my phone screensaver. All right, today we're talking about resistance. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. That's from Star Trek Next Generation. More resistance and more resistance. I was looking at the wrong place. Okay, so I made one video and put it up about resistance and what resistance is and what it feels like. But I want to give you another example because during this week we are having a solar eclipse at 0 degrees of Scorpio, and that's going to be pretty intense for a lot of people. And it's a power shaping type of event. Now, the eclipse energy, every astrologer will say something different, but my experience has been about a week prior to the eclipse, you actually start to feel something different. And, not where the planets make you do anything, but when you start to feel the energies around you, you respond differently. Like, if somebody looks at a piece of artwork, at a gallery, someone could cry, someone could laugh, someone could be bored. Everybody has a different experience. But with the solar eclipse, we're in the guise energy of the Aries eclipse, the lunar eclipse that happened earlier this month, and now the solar eclipse, we're already in it. And even though it happens on the 23rd of October, it's going to go all the way through early December. So for, give or take a few days or weeks for some people, depending on their natal charts and what's going on inside. So we're talking about resistance, and I had an experience. What is resistance? What does it feel like? And I remember having an experience where I was sitting on an airplane and there was a family behind me, and I was on an aisle seat and the husband was right behind me, and then across the aisle back one row was the wife and she had the kids. And they were just coming back from a long trip. I was reading a book and I could hear them talking, and he was saying to her, and the kids were little, maybe 10, 9, 8, whatever. She must have been in her late 30s, early 40s. And so the husband was saying, "Oh yeah, blah blah, great trip, blah 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 blah." And she's like, "Uh-huh." And then he said, "So I'm thinking that we're gonna book another one in about 6 weeks, and we could do this." And I could feel the tension. I could feel the thing. You cut it with a knife. And so then the wife, says, "Well, Timmy's got school, and then there's soccer practice, and then there's this and there's that." And he's like, "That's okay, because we could do that." And he had a remedy for every objection that she had. And I'm thinking, just tell him you don't want to go. It's a lot of work to take the kids. That's what she was trying to say, but she didn't say a word. But her resistance came out in the form of excuses or reasons. And a lot of times when people feel a resistance inside their body, when they're being asked to do something, or there's an expectation that they are meant to do something and they don't want to, that's when the reasons start instead of the actual truth. Look, yes, I promised I would do this, and I just can't right now, or I don't want to. And so that being more direct and using your power is going to help you to move through resistance very smoothly, because we are in a Scorpio solar eclipse energy, and Scorpio is a water sign. So I want you to feel the current of what's happening to you whenever you're being asked to do something, even by yourself. You may have set a schedule for yourself for the week, and you like yesterday, I was supposed to make a whole lot of videos, and I got up and it was rainy and it's beautiful, and I had my cup of decaf, and it was cozy. And I usually love to write when there's any kind of chilly weather or rainy weather. So I put aside the videos after I gave myself a 2-minute temper tantrum. Well, you said you were going to make the videos and blah, blah. It's like, you know what? I don't want to. I want to write. That's all I want to do. And I want to make the bond. So I bonded with myself, and I sat in my chair. Of course, I got up to move my body, but for 7 hours, 8 hours, and I wrote to finish my historical fiction novel. So that's the topic. We're going to have one more video on resistance while we're in the guise of the energy of the Scorpio solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse kind of pushes forward, and the solar eclipse in Aries pushes you emotionally, and the solar eclipse is going to direct you. So we're going to talk about that in the next video. If you like the conversation, please join me. Let me know what your experience is and if these videos are helping you and how. So join me on Facebook and YouTube and my website, astrology channel, etc.